So, hello, I am Eunartha, Eunartha Bossamy, and I would like to probably read cards for you, maybe one or two people, but nobody's in here right now, so I have to wait until someone comes in and then I'll find out, shall we read cards or shall I just talk? I'm fine either way. I think I've had some rest. I think I'm in a good state of mind. So I'm just gonna wing it and see how long his lordship will let me actually read cards this time, or attempt to. And I should probably figure out a deck, huh? I should probably have done that before I started, and now I don't know what deck to use. But I'll wait. Anyway, I always have my Uno. In fact, let me start with a collective Uno read while I wait. All right, so this is I am the Uno reader. I'm the only one that I actually know that does it like on a serious basis. I've seen people that read Uno, as a kind of a party trick, like, hey, you can read tarot with Uno, and yes, you can. I read it that way. I also read it in a way that is adapted. Maria, my faithful Maria, how are you? How is your day going? Yes, my day is going. That's what she just asked me. And now I'm going to ask her that right back. My day is going well, Maria. My Saturday is starting off well. It's noon for me. I don't know where you are, but it is just noon for me. And I am happy to get started. All right, so I feel like my cards are nice and mixed up. I'm going to lay 5 cards down. So yeah, just talk at me, Maria. Ooh, I like what's on the bottom. The green 1. This is personal power. This is luck. This is, things that are going well for the self, doing well for ourselves on the bottom already. So there's 1. Ooh, there's a blue 1 and a blue 1 in reverse. A blue 9 in reverse. Ooh, a blue 8 in reverse. They're going to all be blue. And a blue 0. And I swear they're all blue. And and a green. And a red 2. And a red 2. Wow. It is been a while since I've gotten a series like that where they're almost all one color. And then the 2 outlier colors on the opposite, like there's the green 1 on the bottom and the red 2 is the final card. It was upright. And this tends to mean separations, breakups, things like that. Letting go. And this is about, and when I see a 2 and a 1 together in the same read, they kind of tend to mean, coming into yourself. Certainly like coming into your own power. But let's actually try and read the whole thing. So, first 2 cards, and I kind of read in pairs. First 2 cards. The first card was the blue 1, and the next card was the blue 9 in reverse. So this is things maybe happening in the future, or they're happening now and they will go on for a while in the future. I'm feeling like this is something like in the now, and it's going to last a long time, especially with the blue. The blue makes me think it's going to endure, it's going to be slow. And Maria says, I'm good. Put some clothes by the pantry box for people in need. Very good, Maria. Be donation-minded, be charity-minded. Maria took a long walk, and she's back home, getting to know her hood, trying to figure out how to get your scooter. Oh, you're getting a scooter? So do you have a scooter that you're trying to get and you don't have access to it, or you're just trying to figure out how to obtain a scooter? And while I wait for Maria's answer, I am going to read this. So here, this is the 9 is the number for lifestyle changes. Like here, lifestyle change slowly. Something is slowly unfolding about ourselves. Something slowly unfolding about ourselves. We are changing individually. Individually, like life is changing for us in a big way. Everything that supports us. And Maria's also asking people to sponsor for the community Halloween event. Oh, in your neighborhood? That's nice. I love that you are community minded, Maria. And things are changing. You know what? Maybe that's part of what's changing, Maria, is like we're starting to think hyper locally. We're trying to think, okay, we're all in this together. Or it's a mobility scooter you want to purchase. Okay, I feel you. I feel you there. Yes, mobility scooter. Yeah, those come in handy. Those come in handy. I almost had one of those myself. Um, they're hard to obtain. They're really hard. They're hard to authorize. And I waited so long, I ended up just saying, like, look, I'll just do without it. You love Halloween and kids. Wow, you get started early. We're still in August and you're getting ready for Halloween. But I guess that's good. I guess, when you're a planner, especially community events, you need to start a couple of months in advance. So good for you. Okay, what's changing? Hyper locally. Like, and this is, one could even be the one in one location. Change where you are in one location because we are all a family. This is my family card. We are all connected intimately. We are going to learn what our intimate connections are. I love that you're helping me with my read, Maria. I was not even trying to connected, but I feel like what you're bringing up is connected to this reading that I'm giving right now. So here, like we are all connected. And here, like there's that. So they're all connected. But what this means is we are going to have to stop participating in the toxic relationships, the relationships that inflame us and are in drama. We're going to have to let these go. When I read Uno, reds tend to want to detach, they want to disperse, they want to fall away. They're moving quickly, so they want to go. They can't really be held in one place. So they kind of want to go away. So a 2 that wants to go away says to me that this is a relationship or connection that needs to go by the wayside. And that maybe, and sometimes I say this as a 0 as in a withdrawing and taking yourself out of the situation. It kind of means that in this case, but also it kind of means we are going to have to make long-term changes about how we do relationships. We're going to have to really, for the long term, we're going to be clearing the toxic relationships that we've had that are current, because this is upright and 2 is current. It's current here. So here's that. So we're going to be in a state of clearing for quite a while because it begins with changes to the self and it ends with letting go of certain relationships that are no longer serving who we are now. And then what is supporting this fundamental connection? And Maria says, so far, my sister is making me some decorations and 50 goodie bags. Good for you, sis, Sister Maria. Good for you. Is she hermanita? Is she a little sister? Or is she like the big sister? Is she older, younger? Or maybe she's a twin. I don't know. Oh, look at this. Our connections, what has been the middle card, what sits underneath this main topic, is a yellow 8. Now, yellow is my air suit, and that is that's things that are really dispersing, really unsubstantial, like they come and go, they're all over the place. Our connections have been fragile. So this says this has been a fragile family connections. Our community, if you will, our intimate community connections have been fragile. We're in a state now of realizing we have to deepen those connections because they've been so tenuous. So tenuous. And that is why we are undoing this. But that starts with realizing our personal power. And she's your older sister. Older sister. So good on you, older sister of Maria. She really appreciates your help, and she's doing great things for her community. So it starts with us, you guys. The change starts with us. Once we realize we have the power to change our communities, we have the power to change our lives. We don't just have to be like trying to fight the system as it is. We can be working on creating new support systems ourselves. Henry O says, hi. Hi, Henry O. Welcome to my chat. I'm doing an Uno reading right now for the collective. And I'm talking to Maria about her community service. She's doing really great community service volunteer work right now. And I think that is what we all need to be doing in some form or another. Maybe not necessarily starting a Halloween drive, but it can be any ways that we can locally and personally support the communities where we live, because we are neighbors with each other. And all the changes have to start locally. Locally. This is a local, like one in one location, local. And my Uno readings of cards are always multi-layered as well. So what is going to be the outcome? So I'm going to draw my 2 outcome cards that will speak to each other. And I wish I could show you at the same time my thing and also talk. Like, this is, okay, so here is the yellow 7. So this is, again, yellows are tenuous. And when I read Uno, the colors speak to each other, so they're related to each other in a way. So this yellow 8 of tenuous community connection is related to this reverse 7, yellow 7, which is reverses I read as things that have been long-term going into the future, leading into the future. So this energy of insubstantial community connections and family connections based on really shallow personal values and substantial personal moral values and standing, this is going to go. And again, and this landed with the group that is about clearing. So clearing in the long term, toxic relationships that are based on shallow values. Those are going to be cleared. That's one outcome. That's one thing that's going to be happening in the future. Sorry, I had to go. Goodbye. Bye, Henry. Thank you for popping in. Thank you. And the other outcome is 3. Oh, and all these yellows are going to speak to each other. Here, we're realizing here, 3, let me tell you what the yellow 3 means. Yellow 3 means bad information, misinformation, not necessarily like deliberate misinformation. That would be a red 3. But bad information and things that are just like not understanding and not being clear about what your beliefs are and what the information was that you were basing those beliefs on. So because of bad information, we're realizing, oh my gosh, we have been misinformed. We have been operating under bad assumptions. So now we've got to start changing things and start using our own discernment to change our lives. So with all these yellows together, like I'm feeling here, these 3, like underpinning, and they were all underneath cards. So they were all what was underpinning, what was the underlying influences, was bad information, shallow, insubstantial values, like really materialistic values, and and really insecure community connections. All of this has to be dug up and rooted out. And that is the work we have to do, and it's going to take a long time. All those blue cards, it means it's going to be in process for a long time. So we've got our work cut out for us, don't we? And that is the reading for the collective. We've got to get to work on ourselves, and we've got to get to work helping each other locally. That means literally helping your neighbor. So I'm trying to watch the chat here, see if anything. Okay, I saw how people do things for the back to school event, so I want to do things too. Maria is doing exactly what I'm talking about. She saw that people doing things for the back to school. She's like, why can't I do that? I want to be doing that too. I'm going to help. I'm going to help the kids in my community. It's not just about me and mine. It's about all of us are in this together. How do I give back to you? I love that, Maria. Thank you for being the perfect example of this reading that I didn't even know I was going to do, but I'm so glad I did for all of us. So I love it, love it, love it. Maria emphatically agrees. I like that. It really started things off well. Okay, I wonder if my oracle cards have anything to say now. Thank you, Maria. You said you're thanking me. I thank you. Thank you for that inspiration. Thank you for being right on time. So after that beautiful reading, I am going to see what further advice. You know what? This one has really good advice. It's called Who Spilled the Tea? It's like What's Gossip, which is very scarily targeted and accurate, I found. But this one is more philosophical, more about the larger. I'm finding that this one is about the higher view of things. The neon pink one, that one gets really granular. But this one is about, let's do an over. Whoa. Okay, two things came out right away. I take my flop outs. I take them as a sign from the universe. And the two I got, ooh, I love these cards, Maria. You'll love this too. The two cards that flopped out on me right now are Visualize Success. Visualize Success and Leap of Faith. So let's start with Visualize Success. And it says, see it clear, feel it real, act accordingly. Brains follow pictures, action anchors vision. So like Maria, she is visualizing the success of her event. She has an idea in mind. She's like, I see how I want this to go. I see what I want to do for my community. I am visualizing all the things that have to be done. And I'm visualizing it being a successful event at the end of it. And in general, I feel like Maria's heart is in a space where she's trying to visualize the success of her community. But to do so, Maria is going to have to take a leap of faith. And this card, the Leap of Faith card, look at that. Look at, he's really leaping right there, leaping at that sun off of a cliff. So I hope this dude can fly, but you know what? I believe he's visualized the success of his flight. But anyway, it says, jump with a plan and a parachute of trust. The sky opens midair. Courage invites miracles. I love that so much. Courage invites miracles. Hey, should I wait for Stojanovic to contact first or message them and tell them I'm free to talk this week? Okay. Manipura, I'll get to you in a second. I'm going to finish this up, and then I will read for you, okay? I will read for that. Leap of faith. Yeah, jump with the plan. Courage invites miracles. This says it all for me. Having the courage invites miracles. So, already, I don't know. That might be speaking to your situation, Manipura. I don't know, but let me look at cards for you. I love that message. Wow. Visualize success and courage invites miracles when you take a leap of faith. So, Manipura, I'm going to do my trusty playing cards for you, because I'm really into playing cards right now for readings, for personal readings, especially for romantic readings. And Payal, I'll do you next, and then I don't know, I'll only have the stamina for like half an hour. We're already at 22 minutes, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Okay, Manipura. Should I wait for Stojanovic to contact first, or message them and tell them, you're free to talk? Okay. Manipura says, I broke up with them 2 months ago. They reached back out and wanted to have a convo about either progress or closure, and they've been dodging the conversation from past pain. All right. Well, let's think about Manipura. I'm going to ask about Manipura. Tell me about her and Stojanovic and this context that they have. Let me see. Can you just show me what the cards are for Manipura? All right. Tell me when to stop. All right. Almost. Ooh, it wants to get nice. It's really thinking hard. I can tell they're thinking hard. Okay, no. They said stop here. This is the 4 of spades. This is the pause. This is the silence that you two have been in, Manipura. This is the silence. This is a retreat. You two have been kind of on a break. Now, you said it was broken up, but I have a feeling from you that this is kind of like, I need to stop and think and rest. So this is you here, and then 9 of spades. Okay, this is you. You needed a break because there was something that was really triggering for you that happened. Something really triggered you. Something really brought out something is either one of your hugest peeves or is a big nightmare for you, was something that was painful for you and something scary, perhaps even, and not maybe physically scary, but emotionally scary for you. It really made you concerned. So you said, I need to put a pause on this. And 9, this is triggering for me. So this is you and your situation that is speaking to me right now. That situation, I want to call it a nightmare, but it was very concerning for you, and it was painful. All right, so that's the heart of the situation. All right, should I keep, or you tell me, do I keep shuffling, or do I go to or do I take it as it is? No, okay, they're saying to keep going. Keep going. Here's Stojanovic. This is him. He's very impulsive, isn't he? He's kind of headstrong, and he kind of does things without thinking. And what are you saying right now? You're saying, we know we either might need to move on after this convo or make it move forward. We're both afraid, but she's too afraid and dodging. Okay, it's a she. Okay, sorry. I'm really bad with gender is so fluid for me. I'm very fluid, so it's just the energy, male and female. It's whatever to me. So I'm sorry. Manipura, I'm sorry. So here, this is Stojanovic then. And this is, I do get a very headstrong energy, very headstrong, very, very impulsive and very like acts without thinking. This is like, I feel like acts without thinking and not sure, like this was kind of like, I don't know about all this. So here's that. So that is Stavanovich. And then 4, because you two were really getting serious. You two were really getting serious. Like you were building something together. You had plans. You were serious until this happened. Until this happened. Until that happened, yeah. You were serious until this happened, and now you kind of don't know what. You're kind of waiting to see, and that's the energy that you've given me. This is the wait and see how it goes. I don't know. I'm going to have to rethink this, and even with most of, I mean, you're still kind of thinking, but like this is one foot out the door, and this is one like paused, not sure if you should move forward, and not sure if you're moving ahead. So this is literally you right here deciding which way you want to go. Are you in or are you out? This is you right there, kind of paused, waiting to see how this goes. Waiting to see. The lesson to learn from this situation is follow your heart. This cannot be a more perfect card. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. This is a heart, like, and it comes opposite this card here. This was a heart. This was a real connection, and this is, and Maria saying that's me. This is you. Follow, Maria. How are you in this reading? All right, here we go. All right. They broke up. I want to make sure I'm not missing things. Can be closed off and avoidant at times. Often energy. It's why I left. We wanted this. I put the ball in her court and told her to call when she's ready. Thinks she's waiting on you. Okay. This is about you have to make a hard decision because it doesn't scrolling for me. Sorry. So inconsistent can be closed off. I put the, okay. Yeah. I just read that. All right. And let me stick with the reading instead of trying to be in 2 places at once. This is your heart. You need to follow it. Always follow your heart. But what is your heart saying? Your heart is saying in this situation, you are like, you're really like, you got all these 4s, and these 4s are stuck where they are. 4s tend to be staying right where they are. They're like, this is where we are. I'm building in place, or I'm kind of don't know, what I think about this, what I feel about this, but you have this 4 of hearts. 4, you are going to have to really think, is this something you're going to have to do in the long term? In the long term, because in the bottom 2, this might be you wanting 2 different kinds of relationship. And I don't know whether to wait or if you're being manipulated. Maria, are you manipura? I'm so confused, Maria. You're talking and I'm doing manipuras. And I don't know if that's you. And still, I don't know what's going on, Maria. I don't know what's going on. But I'm reading for manipura. And 2, not sure if this is an irreconcilable difference. So my feeling here is this difference, is this reconcilable for you? Because you're really on the fence here. There's a real connection. There's a real heart. You have to follow your heart. You were building something, but the way they are, like based on, like, I feel like emotionally, like they react in the moment. And, kind of, so they're, like you said, they're inconsistent. Like, you never know where you stand with them. And that's important for you to know where you stand. So here, it's really about, you're going to have to give it time. So if your question was, should you wait on this. And what was your original question? I'm so bad at this. Original question, should you message first, message them and tell them I'm free to talk? Okay. I feel like you might need some more time. I feel like you're still waiting to see, but you might also want to hear them out. So I don't know. This might be an idea. Like, I don't know, like they want to talk, but are they sending you a, any letters explaining themselves? Like something where they can explain themselves further and you can take that in so you don't have to be overwhelmed by their connection and them interrupting you. Maybe what both of you need to do is write each other and or express it in some other way in just one say, like, this is how I feel, this is how you feel, and then just sit with that for a little bit rather than, I mean, you can try and talk and everything, but I have a feeling that talking with each other, it might distract you from what your purpose is really trying to decide where you guys stand and if this is an irreconcilable difference or not, and just really, really hearing each other and where you're coming from. So really get her side of the story, you get your side of the story out, like maybe write it out to each other or something. But I feel like you need a little bit more time to decide where your heart is, because you're really it's really made you kind of shy about this situation. And this nine of spades was really triggering for you. Like something about that and them being all over the place really triggers something for you. So you have to decide, is this something that comes with her in the long haul? Is this something that can be worked on? Is this something that I would have to accept in the relationship? And can I accept it if it is? So my feeling, yeah, you have to decide that. So I can do one more card here. I'm going to say one more card. I'm going to say, should Manipura go ahead and talk or wait? All right, this is, and I got the 10 of clubs. This is too much at once, too much all at once. You're pretty sure they cheated on you on their trip. The guy they were with wasn't who they said they were. The shady behavior. This is too much. All right. So tens are ending cards. This is too much for me. And I don't know that I can deal with it. This is the outcome card I've asked for. So I don't know if you're ready to end things. I don't know. I don't know if you're ready to end or not. I'm not going to make that determination. This is all on you. I'm saying you have to make the decision about where your heart is and if it's too much or not. I have a feeling it's probably still a little overwhelming. I'm saying the way I'm reading the cards, they're saying wait a little bit longer. Wait a little bit longer until you're ready to actually hear her side of the story and decide whether or not you even want to hear her side of the story. Because that 10 of clubs tells me that it feels like I'm ready to cut free here, but you really don't want to rush into this decision. You got every 4 card just about. The only one you didn't get was what is 4 of diamonds, which is staying at really holding back card. But I mean, I'm sure it would have come up eventually here. But you got these 4 fours. 4's about stop, wait a minute, and let's stay right here and see what we see from here. Or let's just rest and recuperate. You really need some time here to sit with what. So yeah, I think waiting is probably what's probably best for you. This is just my opinion. Again, this is just my opinion, and it's an interpretation based on what I saw and felt on these cards. Please use your own discernment in all things. This is your life. I am just some random weirdo on the internet showing you playing cards, but I have a feeling you need more time to decide because this could very well be a deal breaker for you. Okay? All right, that's my reading for you. And I wish you clarity. I wish you clarity. Sounds like you really need some clarity here. Okay. And then there was someone else. Is someone else still here? Is Payal? I forgot there was a Payal here. Do they still want a reading if they're still here? If not, you know what? I think I might be good to go. I don't see how will, okay, Payal Thali, how will Payal's 2027, how will that be? All right, Payal, are you here? If you're here, I can read for you. If you're not, I'm going to go to the next person. Waiting for Payal. I'll wait just a little bit longer. Thank you, Hela. Thank you, Hela. Hela, hey, hey. I love that name. It's a fun name. I don't know what it means, but all right. So I'm not hearing from Payal, so I'm going to ask. So what is your question, Hela? What is your question? I'm going to use a different playing card deck for you. It's a very similar deck, but I'm going to use black and silver and gold. What are Muhammad's feelings towards Helen? Is there a second relationship in his life? Okay. Very interesting. All right. Muhammad, and I assume you're Helen? And is there another relationship? All right. Let's hear about Muhammad. Okay, this one I'm going to do a different spread for you. With a different, yeah, this is also playing cards, but it's a different Muhammad. Okay. All righty. Let's go here. And turn. All right. Almost there with this. All right. Tell me when to stop cards. All right. Okay. Sorry, I've really got to get these mixed up. I really got to make sure I get these mixed up right for you. So bear with me just a sec more. All right. Now can we go? Whoa. Okay. Yep. That's it to go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay, here. Shoo. All right. All right, so here's him. Here's Muhammad in the middle. He's a passionate guy. Muhammad is a passionate guy, Jack of Hearts. He's a passionate guy. And when you with him, he makes you feel, he's just kind of love bombs you in this kind of way. He makes you feel so full. He makes you feel like, boom, boom. Is he really intense with you? Just makes you feel so like, you feel like you just feel, you feel so overwhelmed by the situation. Is he like that? Am I reading that correct? Okay. I thought I might be reading that correct. Like he really makes you boom, boom, boom. Intensely interacts with you and makes you feel like you're the only one in the world and you're just so overwhelmed. Almost too much. It's almost too much for you sometimes. This 8 of clubs is the coming at you hard and fast. And the 10 is like everything. He makes you feel like everything. Like you are just his everything. However, he's looking like, while he's looking at you one way, On the other way, he's looking at, there's other situations and other opportunities and two. So I feel like as intense as he is, he's always got an eye out somewhere else and you don't trust it. You feel like there's always someone else waiting in the wings. And I don't know, he's kind of looking. This is how you feel. I may need a couple more cards, but it is feeling like clarity. This is clarity. This is the clarity you need. Truth and honesty, but it's pointing right up at him. This is him. This is a sword. This is kind of a spade of truth and clarity pointing up right at him. So this is the clarity that you want. But is he being legit with you? Is he being legit with you? Let's see. So here's, I'm going to pull 2 outcome cards. Here's this one. And, oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So the reading I'm getting is the way he is with you is too good to be true. It's not sustainable. 10 is like, it's just too much. It's either too much for you or it's just too much that you can't keep up this pace. You can't keep up this. It's too good. And I'm hearing the phrase too good to be true for a reason. Okay. Here, it's too much. Even if he really were just focusing on just you, you can't keep up that pace. You can't keep up with it. But where your suspicions are and what you're fearing here, this is him not being able to make up his mind. He can't land on just one. He like it's always having these other options here. Like he will always have to chase that feeling. He's someone who likes to chase that feeling. He loves the chase. He loves the romance of it. He loves the feeling of conquest. He loves the feeling of that. And that's the feeling that he chases. And he gets bored. This is a boredom card here. So he gets bored. Eventually, it can't last. This is, at the bottom is the 8 of diamonds. Here is like, you have too much going on to settle for someone who's never satisfied. This is you. You bring a lot to the table. He only, like, the 10 of diamonds. He makes you feel like 10 of diamonds here. He gives you so much, but you have so much already. You already have 8 diamonds. He really only gives you 2 more diamonds. And you feel like, oh, I'm full up. I have everything. But you already have so much on your own. 2 more diamonds. And you don't need someone who's like bombing you with the intensity of everything. You need someone who compliments you and gives you exactly what you need, not makes you feel overwhelmed and confused by just boom, 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 because really he's giving you what his pleasure is, which is the chase and the romance of it. So it's not, I don't feel from here, again, this is just what I hear and see when I read cards. Please use your own thinking here. But from what I'm feeling and hearing, I don't feel like he means it maliciously. I don't feel like he's a player or he doesn't mean to be a player. It's just he's chasing that romantic feeling. That chase is what, the thrill of romance is what does it for him. And that is not what lasts. And if you're looking for something lasting, this is not the guy for you, because he will eventually get bored because he needs that thrill. If you want something substantial, it sounds like you're very close to being ready for that, then you'll probably want somebody who's more consistent and more low key. And, so I don't know if he has another person, but he's looking for the next thrill. I don't know if he's found another person or not, but he's looking for the next thrill. So you deserve somebody who's interested in you and complimenting you. And that's my reading for you. Do you have any other questions? Does it make sense of hope that he will marry you in the future? Well, after everything I said, I mean, if you want to live with someone that, will constantly, I don't know, this is my opinion. I'm interjecting my opinion, and I don't need to, I'm going to ask the cards and not my opinion. Uh, he refuses marriage but loves you, and you're a serious engagement seeker. All right, so show me Helen marrying this guy. Show me. This is this is the marriage card, but I'm feeling at the bottom here, this is marriage. 4 of clubs is the marriage card, and this is Joker in reverse. You're going to want him to change. He's not going to. So if you marry him, if you somehow marry him, he's not going to change. So I don't think that that's in the cards, especially since he said that it's not. He doesn't want that, but he makes you still feel like he love bombs you, and then you get all turned around. But if what you want is this, he's a joker on his way out the door, like in terms of commitment. And even if it were right up, even if the Joker were right up, he's still a Joker. He might be game, but this makes me think he's not even, no. I'm getting no. And you want him to marry you, but you're stuck on him. And I've been there. I've certainly been there. And, you're going to do what you're going to do. And the heart wants what it wants. But ask yourself if it's sustainable or not, if this is something that lasts. So I'm going to ask the cards for advice. I'm going to actually ask the Oracle for advice. I'm going to ask my Oracle here. Do you have advice for Helen here on her relationship with Muhammad? Do you have advice? What is the advice here for Helen? Right away. Emotional release. Let it out safely. Tears, rage, ink, as in writing it down. Move it so it stops moving you. Expression is exorcism. What you have to do, like you feel stuck on him, you feel like you can't move on because based on how you feel. You need to get these feelings out. You need to make them real in some form. If you need to write a letter to yourself, or maybe write a letter to him that you don't send, or in some way to express yourself, you need to get these emotions out of your head and onto something else so that you can look at them objectively, because you're not looking at your situation objectively. You're caught up in the emotion of it. And what you need is to release them, get them down on paper or somehow, and then you can look at them and see it objectively and say, okay, now that I've got this out of my system, is this something I really want? That will help you. Is there anything else? Oh, at the bottom is a gratitude log. I like this. This is just good advice in general. Count the good out loud. Abundance echoes what you notice. Gratitude keeps the doors open. Okay, but I'm going to change this to making a pros and cons card, a list for you. I'm going to adapt this. Write everything about that would be good about staying. Write everything that would be bad about staying in this relationship and continuing as it were. And that can be one way you can help get this out of your system and like see it objectively. So make a pros and cons list and then decide how you feel, and using not just your heart, not just how you feel, not just your fear of losing him, but also your mind. So engage your mind, your heart, and your gut. And you'll be able to make a decision about him that is based on more than just how he makes you feel, okay? All right. I'm so happy you asked that question, Helen. And that's my reading for you. I'm going to do one more. Aries, you're going to be my last. You're going to be my last reading. So, yes, I will ask, because the payout never came back, did they? All right. Yeah. And Aries, what is your question? Can you tell me when S will contact me? Okay. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to use this one. This one is really to the point, and how he's feeling about you at the moment as well. Is S going to contact? Thank you so much for stopping by, Helen. Thank you so much. I wish you clarity. I wish you the best of luck. Okay. Aries, when will S, when will S contact? All right, and let me try and tune in too. Let me try and tune in. I'm seeing a tumbleweed. I'm seeing a tumbleweed. Like, I think of S, and then I just see a tumbleweed going by. I don't know why. I don't know what that means. But that's what I saw. All right. Okay. What is the cards here? And is this a card here? Okay. And then we're going to do one more card, and then the bottom of the deck as well. And this card and the bottom of the deck. All right, so the bottom of the deck is false alarm. We're going to come back to this. All right. Energy vampire. First card, your first card was energy vampire. S, this situation is draining you. I don't know if they're draining you or the situation is draining you. But draining connections, toxic influence, protect your energy, time to cut cords. Bit of background, he ghosted me and someone told me he'd been seeing a married woman. I don't want him back, but I'd like the chance to speak to him. I've got a lot of questions I'd like to ask. This is funny. So that vampire ghosted you. He got what he wanted and then he dipped. But this is your Ascension card. This is what you want. This is what he was. This is what you want. Ascension. You want spiritual growth, higher awareness, next level consciousness, elevating myself. So you think you want this and that talking to him will give it to you. You think talking to him will give it to you. This is the space that you want to be in. Mixed our families together a long time. Here. But I felt like, and like I'm even feeling now, like this was a draining relationship for you. You were together a while, but it was a draining relationship, and you want closure. What you want is closure. What's the other card? You want long-term stability. This is retirement goals. This is how you want to feel after. This is how you want to feel after you speak with him. Future planning, relaxation, or like you want that closure. I'm going to call this a closure. Like here, this is how you imagine you'll feel after you get the closure that you seek from him. But what this is saying to me is false alarm. That the thing that you want the ascension that you want and these things, you don't need it from talking to him. That's not his bag. That's not his bag. That's not the game he's playing. He's not here to play, I'm here to give closure and tidy endings. Like one, that would, if he gave closure with you, then you might not, you potentially, he might want to come back someday just to suck some more energy out of you. And if you give closure, then he can't do that. So he's not likely to give you the satisfaction that you want. And I see that tumbleweed, like he's going to stay clear because he doesn't want the door to close. He wants to be able to continue to drain. Like that's how he rolls. You can have this on your own. You don't, to get this, to get to here, you can do this by yourself. And I'm going to ask, what should I do? I'm going to ask these cards too. I'm going to ask for an outcome card from playing cards because they've been really good for relationships today. What's the advice for Aries Moon? What's the advice here? You tell me what the advice is. Okay, here's one. Okay, here I'm getting an 8 of spades. That's a restrict and edit card. So here, and I'm also getting this pull back, the 2 pull back cards. Pull yourself back. And at the bottom here, this is self. They like pull your energy and time away from him towards yourself. This is, I think the advice here is you want to reach out to them to get this closure. Fight this urge, pull yourself back from them. The less energy you give them, the less time you give them, the more likely you're going to see the closure. Giving them more energy is just going to open the wound again and get you, it's not going to land the way you want it. What was this held for review? What was held for review? What was held for review? Oh God. Okay. Let's see. All righty. Okay. You're not going to reach out. You'd hope he'd contact you. Well, he'll contact you when, you guys, he's moved on to someone else that he can drain some. If he were to contact you again, it would be to get something from you. By the time that he contacted you on your own, though, you would have found, you pretty much would have found closure already. So, let him. But it's not going to be, and I mean, he's busy right now draining somebody else. So, like, I see, like there's that tumbleweed. And if he does reach out, it would be to get something, more energy from you. So, I don't know. Is that what you want? I don't know. But I feel like he's busy draining someone else right now. So you said you're not going to reach out, but you hope he contacts you. He will when he wants something. And in fact, that's probably how you'll know he'll want something. If what you want is, I did this, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that to you. I don't know if that's what you want, but that would come with strings attached too. Like it would be very calculated move on his part. It'd be a very calculated move on his part because he wanted something. This is the passion card. This is I want. I want, and it's the strategy to it. When you say he wants something, I don't think he'd have the audacity to. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, then this card flipped out for some reason. This was Two of Spades. Like, I'm seeing this right now. The first thing I'm seeing is going separate ways, but decide here. You'll have to decide. Like, you're going to have to set the limit here. How could he, after what he did, he'd done this 3 months before our wedding. Yeah, sweetie, I don't know what he did, but I don't know. You know, hurt people. That's what they do, and they don't want to deal with their hurt, so they go around spreading the hurt around. Look at this card that came out, 5. This is, yeah, hurt. This is hurt people hurting people card. Hurt people hurting people. They don't want to deal with their own stuff, so they go around spreading around the misery that they feel that they can't face. Do you have any other question? Do you have any other question about that? Okay. Do you think he has any remorse? Let's ask the cards. Does he have any remorse? Does he have any remorse? I'm not fine. It's taking forever. I'm looking for this remorse in this deck. What does he have? If it's not remorse, because I asked for remorse, it's not coming up with a card. This is what he has. All right. Okay. Well, here's you. He probably regrets. He regrets how it went down. Okay. Here's something. He does know that you didn't deserve what happened. He does know that. He does know that. And he also knows he doesn't know what to do about it. What he does feel is that you deserve so much better than what he did. But at the same time, he doesn't know what else he could have done about it. Like, he doesn't see. And I'm sure there is something that, people who aren't in that mindset of I have to hurt, people who run from their own feelings and don't want to look at themselves, they get legitimately confused. Like, they don't think that they have any recourse except to behave the way they do and do what they did. So he doesn't know what else he could have done. He does know that that you deserved better than that. So as he doesn't know what else he could have, he's not in a space. I don't know if I would call that remorse, but he does understand that what he did was messed up. He does understand that. So don't think he will apologize anytime soon. All right, I'll ask one more. I'll ask one more time. Will he apologize? Will he apologize? That's this card. When he wants something, when he has something to gain from it, It would be a calculated move. Do you think he did this because he loves this married woman he was seeing and he couldn't face telling me? I still have no idea. Oh, I think he has an agenda in mind. When he wants something, he will. And I'm getting, he does things to gain from them, not necessarily out of malice, but because he doesn't know how else to operate. This is you. This is how you think it would make you feel to get an apology. But it won't. It won't. You don't need, like, what you're thinking it will do for you is not what it would actually do for you, because it wouldn't come from the place that you want it to come from. And I don't know what his motives are, but I do know that he's doing what he thinks he needs to do in terms of what I see. And yeah, you got the pull back card. You got a 4 of diamonds, which is pull yourself back and ask someone objectively. There might be someone that you have in your life that can give you an objective opinion, because someone who might know the both of you or know you well enough that they can give you really good, solid advice on the situation. And like that would be reading on him, hun. And like I feel like I've read all I can on him in terms of, does he have feelings for it? Like I don't know. I would have to connect. Like I would have to be asking him to really be able to figure that out. But from what I'm feeling with his connection with you, the feeling was that he got in a situation, he didn't know how else to get out of it, so he did what he had to do because he saw another opportunity to get what he thinks he needs. But it is from a there's a desperation about it. I'm not feeling content and warm fuzzies. I'm feeling desperation. And I feel like there was some desperation in that connection between the two of you. So I don't know. I don't know that love is the right word for any of it. I know when I feel this energy, I see desperately seeking something and then getting himself into a situation and then trying to break free of what he's just done. So that's all I feel like I can read on. I'm sorry. But I hope that helped. And I want to reiterate for you, you don't need the apology, because what you want him is to feel a certain way. I don't know that he's even capable of feeling that way. And vibing, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go. But you are welcome to add me, and then you can jump off next time. I might be on later tonight. I might be on tomorrow. But pretty sure I'll do one more tomorrow. I don't know when. But if you subscribe to me, you can keep track of me that way. Okay? So hang in there, and yeah, honey, you don't need what you think you need. You will be fine. You will be fine. You have everything you need to move on from this. And you've learned what you needed to learn, and I wish you the best. Okay, everybody, I've got to go. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the questions. Thank you much for the well wishes and the subscriptions. And I love you all. And I will see you around next time I'm here, hopefully very soon. Thank you.